I'm hooked already. Tonia joins us live from Missouri now to share her story. Good morning there, Tonia.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
How are you guys?
We're
great,
thanks.
Very good, but we're very intrigued by this. Chimp Crazy is available on Sky Documentaries and now at the moment. But you're known as the Chimp Crazy Lady. I mean, what is it about chimpanzees that you love so dearly?
Oh, they're totally amazing. Very loyal, very loving. You couldn't imagine being around one. And once you are, you just can't help yourself.
Yeah. No, I absolutely, I get that. But obviously, most of us are kind of used to seeing them in a zoo or a safari park. So how is it you started to gain ownership of them in the first place?
There was a lady up in Missouri, up in St. Louis area, that needed some help. She was being sued by PETA, and I wanted to help her. She told me her story, and she needed some help desperately, so I went up there to try to help her.
Lovely. And you ended up with 7 chimps in the end, but there was something about Tonka that you absolutely loved. I love the fact that your name's very similar. Tonia and Tonka.
Yes, he was the most amazing chimp in the world. He had been in a human environment his whole entire life. So he was just like a big kid, but he was very, very much dependent upon you and very, very, like I said, very loving.
Yeah.
What was his likes and dislikes? Tell us a little bit about him. What did he love doing?
Oh, he loved being on his iPad, watching like videos of different chimpanzees, and he loved watching TV. And of course, he loved to eat. He loved, you know, his fruit and his vegetables, and he also liked an occasional spaghetti.
Okay.
I can't believe he had an iPad. That's unbelievable.
Tonia, obviously we know that chimps and all the great apes are very intelligent mammals. So a lot of people are watching this, and the natural question people would ask was, why would you take on the ownership of an animal like this and not want it to be in a more suitable climate, say a safari park or a good zoo or so forth? What would be your answer to that?
Well, under normal circumstances, if that's how they were raised, that's okay. But Tonka had always been in Hollywood since he was a baby, and then he lived with humans his whole entire life. So he wasn't your typical chimpanzee. He definitely was humanized.
So he was, like, used to the luxury lifestyle, as you say. One of the most shocking moments in the series is when you actually was under oath and you actually said that he had died when, in fact, you was actually storing him in your basement. Why did you do that? Why did you lie so badly in that moment? Why?
Well, you got to realize at the time I had told PETA he had passed away, and we had had another chimp pass away earlier in the case, and they just accepted the fact that she had died. So I had no idea that they would send it to the court. So I wasn't anticipating that. I underestimated PETA. So hence I ended up lying to the courts. Not that I wanted to, or not that I condone that, or nor would I want anybody else to do it. It just got too far in lying. So I had to.
So was there a chance that you could have had a custodial sentence then? Could you have gone to prison?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh,
Wow.
awful.
So how did the circumstances work out that you didn't go to prison, given that you lied under oath?
There's still potential pending charges. So, they relived it once the docuseries came out. So I'm not sure what's going to happen.
So are you glad you took part in the series? Now you've watched it, do you think it's an accurate depiction on your experiences? How did you find the whole thing?
No, it was very cheeky and just, basically it had an agenda, and they sided with that agenda instead of telling the whole facts. And they cut and pasted a lot of things because there was so much footage, because that was a almost 4-year running situation, and it's very little footage compared to what they had. And like I said, they spliced it to meet their agenda.
And what do you believe that agenda to be, Tonia?
Well, they did Tiger King, and they did that for the Big Cat Safety Act, and I think they did it for the Primate Safety Act to get it passed.
Oh, okay.
Do you think Tonka would be better off living with you?
Oh, yeah. And I think Tonka feels that way too. And I've challenged them to let me go down with my transporter cage, no sedation drug, and ask him if he wanted to get in and come home. And if he does, are they going to let me come and take him home?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so, so sad. We have got a right of reply that we need to read.
Pete from PETA US, who also appeared in Chimp Crazy, says, when Tonia Haddix faked Tonka's death and kept him captive in the basement to prevent his court-ordered rescue, she denied him the opportunity to receive expert veterinary care, fresh air, and socialise with other chimpanzees, all of which he has now had the accredited sanctuary where he's thriving. PETA is delighted to have ended this cruel chapter of his life and is pushing for the US Department of Agriculture to revoke Haddix's Federal Animal Welfare Act licence, which allows her to continue to exploit animals, and for the US government to prosecute her for lying in federal court, which is quite punchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's typical PETA.
Well, I mean, obviously, you know, the series goes out on the 6th of October, so we haven't had the luxury of seeing it yet, and it's always good to hear every side of a case. But so what would you want to do going forward? Because you obviously, your heart's obviously in the right place. You love these animals. So is there a world where you can meet in the middle, do you think, with PETA or PETA and kind of, and maybe, you know, both sides are happy?
You know, I don't know. The attorney that was for PETA is no longer with them, so they've got a new one. So I've not had the opportunity to speak with them to figure out if there's something that we could do that would make both of us happy.
Because you have a zoo now, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us, Tonia, and telling your story. I can tell why they call you the Dolly Parton of Chimps now, because you actually do resemble her a little bit. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a great day.
You too, darling, you too.
Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.